All right. I thought I would discuss something. I'm gonna add this to my elite 1337 videos because I'm kind of proud of it. Um, but it's been a while, and I kind of never made a video on it specifically. I don't think. I can't remember. Anyways, I came up with 8 modules for an AI. One of them is basically just the sort everything out, all the feeds, and then make a decision. Um, but I would outline the descriptions of the modules and what they're supposed to do because apparently they're all doable programming wise with our current technology. Um, but however, there's also AI ethics of robotics solution to the whole problem of Skynet and so on, or robots running rampant in regards to doing things that might be dangerous to people trying to save other people's lives. And I've got a solution to that is very basic, but it's fundamental and primal in most species and so on. And it's a servant role situation. So, I'll start with the simple version first, or simple part of this. So what do you do with AI robotic ethics when a robot has to protect someone from someone else? Right? So you have what you do is you have a master that's coded into it or imprinted somehow onto the AI robot, and then you have a family option where the family can imprint onto it as well. Maybe a spouse or partner imprint, and then the children imprint. Where if it's weighted, the children come first, the master comes second, the spouse comes third, and fourth comes the friends that imprint onto it, and then strangers, fifth. So there's a ordered principle by which a robot will prioritize the safety of someone. And that would solve a lot of the ethical problems. And you'll note this is quite similar in a sense to typical masculine senses. Because a robot's protective capacity is in its mechanical power, basically, or its self-sacrificial part of it. And that is a very masculine role. So you could have the option that the man is a master, but you might have a little note in the manual that says it's preferable for the woman to be the master and the husband to be the spouse role or something. So that there's almost like a physical guarantor that if the man's hating the woman, the robot will intervene and protect the woman from the man. Right? Like that's a very um, servant of the household protecting the lady of the household when the man's in a drunken rage and is going to regret what he did in the morning. um, and so on. So that would solve a lot of AI robotic issues if you combined it with if you expanded on Asimov's robotics principles, the three laws of robotics from Isaac Asimov. If you kind of put it into the first rule of robotics, and put an ordered principle system of layers of protection and priority. Okay, now the 8 modules are basically go like this. And keep in mind, this is what I got from intuitiveness, from program architecture learned, from modding Fallout 4 and FO4 edit. So it's not like I know coding or anything like that. It literally just took half a night of brainstorming to come up with these principles and the priority system. So the first module is a weighted personality module. So this is just inherent to the particular AI robot itself. It's slightly randomized in the sense of it's made and the factory slightly randomized, and it doesn't change. It's the personality of the robot, basically. So it has a certain degree of input in its weighting of various systems. Then you have a slightly randomized but also weighted based on other modules like the experience module or the input module and the internet module and the AI friends network module, which is like socializing between friends. And the internet's like what you look up online. You see what I mean? It's like a simulacrum of the human experience. Then you have a flux module, which focuses on is weighting based on aggregate, I think, instead of binary. So it's kind of right hemisphere brain thinking type, I think, and a total randomizer module. Now the total randomizer module is sort of like a lightly impactful module for keeping things fresh. It should be coded for communication purposes when the 3 laws of robotics are not, the first law of robotics is not in play. So if it's just a matter of like asking the robot to tell you a joke, it might randomize exactly which joke he plays, like a jukebox almost or something. Or the radio, kind of your experience of the radio. The DJ plays random songs. The experience module would base it on user input, like computer typing it to the AI, or physical sensory data, similar to like a camera or like a force-sensitive touchpad or something, on one of its fingers, let's say, if it was a humanoid robotic. What else? Well, because you need the left brain hemisphere as well, you'd have a formal logic module as well, sorting through the data, and if it can't do anything particularly well in regards to the topic, because it's beyond the purview of formal logic, scrubbed from the internet module, or the experience module, or something like that, then it's allowed to return null function, and you just rely on the other modules for it, for the decision, basically. That would be my way of doing it. What else? Oh yeah, randomized but weighted on typical LLM, which I think means language learning model, mood module. Um, which is um, it's weighted based on the experience and the friends network and the um, uh, internet module for referring to how should I feel in regards to this situation and previous experiences, data from the friends and the experience modules. The exact flowchart for what flows into what and how strongly, percentage-wise, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know exactly, but this is kind of the rough parameters that I can remember my concept of from about 6 months ago. So yeah, I don't know if AIs do this already. I don't know if it's possible, but this is my contribution to trying to advance AI complexity and authenticity or believability in mimicking something semi-human. Yeah,